Welcome back to the Sky Lifestyles Coaching Series, helping men all around the world to attract and connect with women on level few men will ever experience.
I want you to write down things that you can do to actually make this true for you. So, here's an example. Do you love your life? If you said yes, are you being honest with yourself? If you said no, if you don't love your life, or if you don't know if you love your life, then what can you do to begin loving it? And I want you to write that down with each one of these as I go through them. The first one is, do you love your life? If you don't, no one is going to love your life for you. No one will ever love your life more than you. I remember back when I was 23, I started my first business, detailing boats. And to be honest with you, I really had no idea what I was doing, but I did pretty fucking good at it. I sat down with one of my mentors at the time and asked him, do you have any recommendations for me on how I can, really build my company and take it to the next level? And he looked me in the eyes and he said, you need to love it. You need to love your business. Take care of it as if it was your own child. Because no one will love your business more than you. When he first said it, I said, yeah, okay. I was hoping for, a better answer than that. Maybe something like telling me, okay, well, do this, this, and this, and it'll be successful. But he didn't say that. And he pretty much ended it at that. He said, you've got to love it and nurture it as if it was your child, if you want it to grow. Down the road, a while later, this all made sense to me. I realized it was some of the wisest advice ever given to me. This doesn't apply just to business. It applies to anything and everything that you do in life. The best emotion, the best feeling that you could have is love. Love for yourself, love for your business, love for your home, love for your family. Love, unconditional love. If you don't love your life, no one will love it for you more than you. It all begins with loving yourself, loving your life, loving who you are as an individual. You've got to give your life everything. You've got to live and love every single day. With everything you do, do it with love, with joy, passion. Do I love myself? This is the same thing, guys. If you want others to love you, you must love yourself. You must love your life. You must have that gratitude and appreciation for who you are and everything that you do. Loving yourself is not about being conceited. When someone loves themselves, the more love you have for yourself, the more love that you can have for others. The more love you have for your life, the more love you will have for others. When you can be genuine and 100% authentic and true to yourself and love yourself, this is so powerful when dealing with women. They see it, they feel it, and they want it. They want it bad. Every woman wants love. So guess what? If you are love, what's that going to do? It's going to make her want you. Love unconditionally. This is not superficial, guys. This is not going in and saying, oh yeah, I love my life. I love my job. No. If you don't love your job, you need to learn to love it or get a new fucking job that you can love. If you don't love your life, then you need to begin changing your life lifestyle, If you do not love yourself, you need to begin changing yourself. Get out of the routine, the pattern that you've always been in. You know, I was just listening to this program. They brought up a really good point. The universe loves speed. It's always moving. Whether you're moving with it or not, it's always moving. And if you are the same person as you were 365 days ago, you're not just the same person, you've actually moved backwards. If you're doing the same thing, thinking the same way, making the same money, working the same job, you're actually moving backwards because the universe is always moving. You've got to keep up with it. You've got to continue to evolve. Continue stepping outside of your comfort zone and doing more to better yourself, to better the world. Are you confident? You know just as well as I know. You ask any girl, what do you like in a guy? And guess what? She's going to say, well, confidence. And then you ask her, well, what does that mean? She has no fucking idea. Typically, women do not have any idea what confidence is. They know what it looks like. They know what it feels like. But they really don't know what confidence is. Confidence is one of the sexiest qualities about a man that will set you apart from every other guy in the room. You will be noticed if you are simply confident. Now, if you want to take to the next level, you will be sexually confident. Okay, so the confident guy is definitely going to be getting checked out by the girls. No question about it. Just because he's confident. He's totally comfortable, confident. He's separating himself from everybody else just by being confident. Now, you got the sexually desirable guy, the sexually confident guy. That's the guy that's going to make the girl melt when she sees him. That's the guy that's going to make her knees weak. That's the guy that's going to give her butterflies. That's the guy that she's going to say, I have to meet him immediately. And that's the guy that you're becoming. That's what this entire program is built on. Building that sexual confidence so you are that guy. So you are that guy that women will look at and just be like, damn. It is no longer a thing. You are not in the world of just being another average guy, an average Joe Schmo in the bar, checking out every hot girl in the bar, wishing he could. When you are a sexually desirable guy and you have this sexual presence and this confidence about you, the roles are reversed, literally, to the point where you are that sex object that women just look at you as a sex object. Women just look at you and you become irresistible. All these questions that we're going through are extremely important to finding your own sexuality, your own comfort within your sexuality, so you can look in the mirror and be like, damn, I look good. It's having that sexy edge to you, that edge where you just literally become irresistible. When this program is done, I want a before and after picture of every single one of you. I want you to take a picture of you before you started this program, and I want you to spend a bunch of time finding your edge, finding that sexy look. Take a bunch of pictures. Find your edge. What's your edge? What is it? Go out, get a nice shirt, unbutton it, shave your chest, get a tan. If you want to get your ears pierced, get your ears pierced. If you want to get something pierced on your face, get a pierce. You want to get your tongue pierced? Go get it pierced. Do it for you. If it makes you feel like a bad boy or feel sexy, then do it. I was with one of my guys, and we were walking through the mall, and I asked him, I said, have you ever thought about getting your ears pierced? And he says, yeah, actually, I've always wanted to, but I just, I just never have. I said, well, why not? Well, my mom would get mad at me. Well, dude, you're 24 years old. Are you serious? I said, come on. So we went over and got him. He got his ears pierced right there on the spot. Was that random? Absolutely. Story of my life. So he went and got his ears pierced. He got them done, and he's like, damn, I really do look good. And guess what? He did. He looked good. He felt good. Then we went shopping. And again, he stood there and he tries on this outfit. I said, no, dude. Go back in that room, own your fucking outfit, and come back out and show me. And he comes back out, and when he first came out, the outfit just looked like shit. It was sloppy on him. It was just whatever. He came back out, and he was glowing. Because he owned it. And that's the key to all of this. You've got to own yourself. Own your life. Own what you're wearing. You could wear something that totally doesn't match at all, that looks pretty ridiculous, and still get compliments on it because you own it. Because you're owning everything about it. People will still give you compliments on it. People will be like, damn, that's a little weird, but if anybody could pull it off, you could. That's the point that you want to get to. How do you do it? Spend more time in front of the fucking mirror. Loving yourself. Spend more time doing activities that you enjoy. Start loving your life. Hold your head up. I deal with this all the time. Guys looking at the fucking floor. There's nothing attractive about the floor, I promise you. Look people in their eyes. Have fun. Be social. Be playful. Flirt with everyone. And as you go through every day, make sure you're loving every day. Do you have goals and aspirations? Do you? Because if you don't, you're just shooting yourself in the foot. Women love guys that have goals and aspirations. Guys that want to do something with themselves. Women want a guy that wants to be somebody, to do somebody. To do somebody, yeah. To be somebody and to do something with themselves. The desire to be great. The desire to do good. It's one thing to set a goal and just have it in the back of your mind and just be a dreamer and, oh yeah, well, that'd be nice, but I'll never have that. Everybody does that. Don't be that guy. Don't be that person. If you see something that you want, you do everything you can to go get it. To be it. Live it. To feel it. If you want to do something, if you want to accomplish something, simply go accomplish it. Don't just talk about it. You need to start being it. Women get excited when you get excited. And guess what? Most of my life, I was always getting excited. I would get excited about the littlest things. I would set a small goal. I would accomplish that small goal. And I would be so excited about it. And guess what? She would too. She would follow my lead just out of the pure excitement from my voice. You've all written, at this point, your goals and aspirations. Now don't be that guy that writes them and never looks at them. Don't put them off in some shelf, on top shelf somewhere and never look at them. Pull them out every single day. And make sure that you're doing little things every single day that are taking you one step closer to your goal. I recommend looking at it even once or twice a day. And refine your goals, your aspirations. Sit down, close your eyes, and visualize yourself actually having accomplished this goal. Feel the feelings as if you have already got it. One of the biggest struggles that you have, and most guys have, is actually visualizing this whole new lifestyle. But here's the thing, I promise you, the more you do this, the more passion and excitement that you have towards, as you go closer and closer towards this goal, the easier it will become for you to actually literally see and visualize and feel what it's like to really live this lifestyle. Because you have the potential to be great. You have what it takes. It's time to start getting out of your own way. So with your goals, look at them every day. And ask yourself at the end of the day, did I do something one step closer to my goal? If it's maybe one of your goals is just taking a vacation next year, taking a vacation this summer, and you need $1,000 to go on this vacation. Well, if you put away $1 today for your trip, that would be one step closer to your goal, right? And when you do this, even though it's not much, even though that dollar is not much, you will feel accomplished if you acknowledge the fact that you actually did something to get closer to your goal. Now, if you did not do anything today, if your goal is to lose 15 pounds or 5 pounds, if your goal is to lose 5 pounds and you didn't go to the gym today, you're going to feel like shit. You are not going to feel accomplished at all. You're going to feel like shit and you're going to beat yourself up over it. Whether you like to admit it or not, consciously, you might not beat yourself up over it. But unconsciously, you are. You are beating yourself up over it. Do I have a great time when I go out? Do I have a great time when I go out? A lot of people don't even know what this means. To really go out and have a fucking blast. And a lot of guys I work with in the beginning, going out is like work to them. Going out is not work. Going out is not strenuous. It's just part of life. It's part of a lifestyle. It's part of doing things in a certain way. Going out, being free, being in the moment, living in the present, and just saying whatever you want to say and have a good time. One of my students brought up a good point when we went out. He said it's crazy how everything just flows when you go out. And I said, well, yeah, what do you mean? He's like, well, just there's no real effort put into it. You make a few phone calls, you get everybody together, everybody goes out, meets up together, you're the center of attention, everybody's having a blast, everybody's continuing to look over to you to make sure that you're there and wondering what's next and where we're going to go next. And it's everything's easy and it's just fun and playful. I said, well, yeah, that's the way it's supposed to be. This isn't supposed to be hard. None of it is supposed to be hard. Life was meant to be abundant. Life was meant to be easy. The only person that's making your life miserable and hard, if that's what it is, or struggling, is you. Life was meant to be abundant. Fun. My student said, well, it's just up until recently, every time I would go out, it always seemed to be a big deal. But watching you, it just flows. It's just natural. It just happens. It's easy. It's a way of being. And it's an attractive way of being. Do you have a great time when you go out? If you don't, you need to start finding different people to go out with. If you are going out alone, you need to start finding people to go out with. You need to start hanging out in different places. That's the other thing my guy brought up this weekend. Everywhere I go, the energy is just excellent. It's not like some dark club that I go to. It's a fun and playful. Everybody's there having a good time. Everybody's open to meeting new people. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of places that are dark and antisocial in the area where I live. But guess what? I don't go to those places. I go to those places that people are having fun. And I don't give a shit where you live. They're there. Those places are out there. You just got to find them. Maybe you got to drive a little bit farther. But they're out there. There's a lot of good people out there. Stop surrounding yourself with the fucking bad people, with the negative people, with the boring people. Do I have friends that I can be myself around? I've always surrounded myself with good people. I've always had a group of between 5 to 15 people that I could call up pretty much any time and go out and have a good time with. If you've met me, any of my guys that I've worked with one-on-one, or any guys that have come through these workshops, you've met some of my friends. And you saw how easy everything is. How everything's just fun and playful, and it just works. There's no awkwardness. There's no uneasiness. There's nothing uncomfortable about anything. It just works. It flows. If you do not have those people that you can be yourself with, you need to find them. And I'm not talking about the old self, your old self, the one that plays video games all the time and plays on the internet, jacks off 8 times a day. I'm not talking about friends that enjoy doing that stuff. I'm talking about fun people, good people, people that like to live, people that are in alignment with with the lifestyle that you desire. Are you true to yourself and honest to yourself and to others? Are you comfortable with yourself? This is a big one. This is extremely important to get a hold of. If you said maybe, if you said probably in answering this, then you need to really work on this. I'm sometimes comfortable. That's unacceptable. Absolutely unacceptable. I'm an open book. Ask me and I'll tell you. I have nothing to hide. I'm completely comfortable and true to myself and my desires and to those who I surround myself with. If you're not true to yourself and you're not being honest with yourself, all that does is it raises a red flag to women. Women see right through it. That's why the community fucking bullshit pickup lines and routines do not work. Because all it does is it raises a red flag. Women will see right through it. They will feel that you are hiding something. They will feel like you're hiding something. And even if you're not hiding anything, because you're not completely open and honest with yourself, it comes across as you're not being completely honest and open with them. I've had many guys that I've worked with have this issue. Whether it be something in their past that they were trying to hide and cover up, maybe a particular incident, maybe it's, something about just not being proud of their past, being ashamed of something that happened in your past, which forces you to put a wall up and not be honest with yourself about who you are. The key to this is looking in front of the mirror, looking in your eyes, and saying, it's okay. And release all that negative, bad energy so you can be free. So you can be free to live life to the fullest and be honest. Okay, you didn't have a great past. Cool. Accept it. Acknowledge it. And tell yourself it's okay so you can move on. Start being honest with yourself. I'm so honest with myself and people I just meet, it comes across as sometimes maybe even a little rude because I am willing to speak my mind and say whatever I want. I will say everything and anything that I desire. And I'm not thinking about what I say. I say whatever just pops up. And I'm able to do that because I don't have anything holding me back. Ask yourself, am I being true and honest to myself? This applies to everyone. You know, if you don't have a lot of guy friends, guess what? You need to look in the mirror and say, why don't I have a lot of guy friends? Why don't I have a lot of friends in general? It's not because of everybody else. It's because of you. Stop pointing fingers at everybody. Stop judging, placing judgment on others, and start taking full responsibility for your own self, for your life. Start being open and honest with yourself. Stop lying to yourself. Just do the simple things that you need to do on a daily basis to live your life to the fullest. The key to a woman's heart is through trust. You must make her feel comfortable with you from the moment she lays eyes on you. How is it that I can talk to a girl and within the first hour I can know more about her within the first hour of talking to her than her husband does of 15 years being with him? How is that possible? And how is it possible that you could go and talk to that same girl for 5 hours and not get anything out of her? It's about being true and honest and comfortable with yourself. You don't have to say, oh yeah, I'm true to myself, I'm honest, I'm comfortable with myself. If you have to say that, it just means that you're not. You have to be it. Are you comfortable being totally random and spontaneous? Being totally random is fun. It's exciting. Experiencing new things is fun. Do things that are totally unexpected. That's what women love. That's what they desire. They need that. They need that rush, that excitement, that fun. Because you know what? Their last boyfriend was a boring-ass motherfucker. And you need to separate yourself from that guy and every other guy that she's been with. Be spontaneous. Take her by the hand. Say, come on, let's go. She's going to say, where are we going? I don't know. Let's just go. Take her to the beach. Take her to the rooftop. Start doing random things. Start doing random things in your own life, in your personal life, with your guy friends. Are you comfortable in uncomfortable situations? When I go out, it doesn't matter where I go, whether it be to a bar, a social function, whatever. It's pretty hilarious just looking around at how uncomfortable everyone is. Guys, girls, everyone. The bottom line is we are all faced with situations in our lives that are new. New experiences, new places, new faces. And typically, people are uncomfortable with that. In your past, you've been uncomfortable with that. You will be faced with those situations again and again and again in your life. You need to be present. You need to allow new things to happen. You need to say every time you go out, I welcome new and exciting things to come into my life freely. It's a great affirmation. Every time I go out, I can't wait to see what kind of crazy, exciting new things are going to happen. And you know what? Typically, crazy shit does happen. Sometimes, it's just so unbelievable. I'm just like, wow. Even me, like, with all the crazy experiences that I've had in my life, I still end up in situations where I'm just like, cool. Wow. When you go out, do not compare yourself to others. Know that you're great. Know that you're comfortable. Know that you are the center of your reality, of your universe. You are the center. This is your life. Everybody else is just part of it. Don't judge, or you will be judged. The best way to be comfortable in uncomfortable situations is to put yourself in them more. Put yourself out there. If you do not like going to nightclubs, you should be at a nightclub 4 nights a week. If you do not like public speaking, you should be signing up for a public speaking class so you can do it often. If you do not like walking around the streets talking to strangers, you need to do that. If there is something that you are uncomfortable with, starting right now, you need to go fucking do it. It's as simple as that. Because otherwise, you're going to continue being uncomfortable. You're going to continue avoiding those situations that you feel make you uncomfortable. The more you do them, the more you're going to be comfortable, and the more you're actually just going to be like, wow, it's really not that bad. And the more fears that you conquer, the more places that you conquer that you are currently uncomfortable with, the more times you go and the more things you conquer, the more times you conquer this, you're going to get to a point where you're like, wow, I really am comfortable being uncomfortable. Do you live your life to the fullest? Do you take risks? Do you take chances? Do you live every day as if it was your last? If an opportunity presented itself to go off, to ride off into the sunset with this amazing girl, would you take it? Say you went to the doctor right after this call. You went to the doctor's right after you stopped listening to this. And the doctor said, dude, I got some bad news for you. You're going to die tomorrow. That would suck, wouldn't it? Yes. Alright. Well, let me ask you something. Would you be completely content with the way you have lived your life? I'm guessing everyone listening to this is going to say no. I'm guessing you said no. There's still things that you want to do, places you want to see, things that you want to experience, things that you want to feel. What you can do is start writing your bucket list. Things that you want to do before you kick the bucket. Start writing those things down and just do them as if there was no tomorrow. The truth is, you're not guaranteed tomorrow. So why waste your life? Start taking a chance. Take a risk. Start having some fun. If you knew you were going to die tomorrow and you saw this cute blonde in the store right next to you, would you be bashful to say, hey, what are you doing? Why don't we go to get some dinner? No, you wouldn't. You're going to fucking die. You'd be fearless. And that's literally how you got to walk through the world. If she says no, cool. Who the fuck cares? You need to start presenting yourself as fearless. Are you comfortable with your sexuality? We spoke about this already. Are you comfortable looking at yourself naked in the mirror? Do you like what you see? Are you willing to talk about sex openly? These are all things that you must be willing to do. You must say, yes, damn, I am hot when I look in the mirror, naked. You must be willing to talk about sex completely open with anybody. about being 100% open with your sexuality. See, the greatest part about being gay is it is such a hidden, wrong thing that when somebody admits and comes out of the closet that they are gay, they're like, wow, 1,000 bricks has been lifted off of their shoulders, and they feel free because they're being honest with who they are. Are you being honest with who you are? There is something that feels like 1,000 pounds of bricks on your shoulders, and you need to release that. You need to let it go and be free. Free of any stress, worry, anxiety. Be free to be and speak who you are. That is such an attractive quality as a man. Women fucking love it. Are you a man that knows exactly what you want, and are you willing to do whatever it takes to get it? Like I said earlier, many guys are dreamers. Many people are dreamers. Many people have an idea of what they want, but there's so much more than that. There's more than that than just having an idea of what you want. You must get clear. You must have a clear vision of what you want and hold that vision in your mind every chance that you get. If you want to date 5 girls at one time, then you better damn well be holding that vision in your mind of the type of girl that you want to be dating, how you want it to go, and you need to be visualizing it with ease. Not as some stressful process. Oh my God, I'm gonna have to lie to her. I'm gonna have to do this. Don't look at the negative consequences that anything will bring. Only look at the positive. If you want to date 10 women, visualize your life, dating 10 women. If you want to date a different girl every night of the week, what do you want? Visualize it. Hold it in your mind. Feel the feelings as if you actually have it. As if this is just a way of being. As if it is just part of living. And the more you hold this vision in your mind, the more circumstances that are going to begin to appear in your life that will actually bring what you really desire into physical form and into your current reality. Everyone has a perception of their current reality. You have a perception on what you feel is true in your reality. You need to change that. Change that with your vision. Change that with your desires, and hold on to those with everything that you have. Listen back to each one of these calls. I promise you, every time you listen to it, you will pull something else out of each call.
Tune in next time for more from Skyy Lifestyles. Be sure to subscribe to our channel and visit us at coryskyy.com.